Hello Flosstube, my name's Debbie. I'm MamaBearStitchery here on Flosstube and on Instagram, and this is a channel all about cross stitch. And this episode, which is number 23, is going to have a lot of cross stitch because it's my end of year WIP Parade and the projects that I'm going to be starting 2022 with. It is not all my projects. They live under here, the rest of them, but specifically 22 because I am doing the No New Starts 22 and 22 challenge, where you can start with up to 22 WIPs, and if you finish something you can replace it with a new start or another WIP. I think it will get me focused on some of these bigger older projects that I've been avoiding and just see some finishes. This year was quite successful. I think I had about 27 or 28 finishes. But yeah, I'd like to make some progress on some of these older projects and bigger projects that I pass over in favour for some smaller things. So we'll start how this is going to go. I'll insert cover photo here. Trying to reduce the amount of clutter that is in front of me. So yep, cover photo will go in here. I have notes, but in case I miss anything, feel free to message me. All the details will be below for everything that I can possibly link. And yeah, but I might miss some details. So if you have any questions, message me on Instagram and I will try and help you out. So will we just get started? Project number 1 is one that if you follow along, you will see a lot of in the coming year, and that is Hippo Reflection, and this is an artistry chart. And this is where I'm starting off from. I have 12 pages left, and my goal this year, well, I say this year, if I say that, it means 2022, is to finish a page a month. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll have this project complete. And this is stitched on 25 count, easy count, 1/1 full cross, and it's just DMC. But yeah, I hope to finish this one this time next year. This one will be finished. That project there, Hippo Reflection, Full Coverage Fanatics run a challenge every year. This year it was 21,000 stitches in 2021. Next year is 22,000 stitches, and I am swapping out projects for that. This year I'm going to use Winter Cabin. It's a Dimensions Gold kit, and this is where I'm starting on this one. And I'm just using the kit fabric, which is a 16 count Ada, and the kit floss, and it's well, I say 2/1, some places are 5 or 6 strands, 10, so I'll double those for counting stitches for that challenge. And this is about the halfway line here. You can see the whole piece of fabric. I'm not sure when I pick this up in January whether I'm going to go down to try and find, there's a stream here, maybe cross the stream and hit this bottom corner, or fill in the cabin roof. I'm also not going to count backstitch in this because it just is a bit more of a hassle, so I'm just going to count where it's like 10 stitches or full crosses for that challenge. But I'm not sure. I'm hoping that challenge will see maybe this is a finish too. I'm being optimistic already, because I got a lot done on the Hippo, so I just don't know how that's going to pan out for this one, but that's that. The next one that I will also be working on in January is another full coverage. It's called Snippet of Lucky, and I will work on this one because I'm also doing WIP Go this year, which is the stitchy bingo brainchild of Just Me Does Stuff, and the first 2 numbers were called, and this is one of mine. So this is where I'm starting out that one. This is a Charting Creations chart. The artist is Helen Clark, and I actually think this one's retired now, but I'm stitching this one 2/1 10 stitch, and my goal for January is to finish the next page. I must have been about to try parking last time I picked this one up, but parking's not for me, or at least the methods I've tried so far aren't for me, but I love this one. And right now my goal is, well, is a page this month for WIP Go, and I think it's on there twice, so it'll be like 2 pages which will finish the top row, and that will set that up as my 2023 project, a page a month finish. Right now that's my plan. That could change, but yep, I'll be working on this one in January. I put all full coverage to the top, so this is my last full coverage, I think, in the pile, and it is Endurance. The artist is Arden Ellen Nixon, and it's a Heaven and Earth design chart, and it's a no background. Oh, nail minders. Oh, there's another full coverage. This one. So yeah, this is a no background chart, a lot of greys and reds, and this one is stitched on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And I leave this one on the Q stamp because I keep meaning to finish out this page. I just never do, but it'll stay on the Q stamp till I finish it. That's that one. The next one is also a full coverage, but it's one of the ones with the wonky, it's not straight to the edges, it's got like a weird outline around it. And it is Fables by Medusa Dollmaker, and it's a Gecko Rouge kit. It's my very first Gecko Rouge kit, and I just started this one in December. And that's where I am. And like I say, this is the kit, so this is 28 count 1/1 full cross, and it is all blue. Lots and lots of blue. And this is on my WIP board twice for a page each time. But that's that one. So I'm hoping this year at least get a big chunk off the top part done. And did I say that's 28 count 1/1 full cross? Okay, the next one is also a big project, and it is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I might have to wheel back a little bit for this one. And that is where I currently am. I'm stitching this all in DMC, and this is 40 count Hocus Pocus by Hand Dye Fabrics by Stephanie. And my goal this year is 2 blocks. It's on for a block each time on my WIP board. Ideally, I'd like to get 3 so that the following year there's just 3 blocks left to finish this out. But 2 minimum, 3 ideally. But I love this one. I have no idea which block I'm going to go for next. Maybe the sort of swamp monster one at the bottom next to the train, or the pumpkin one, but yeah, I'll decide once I pick it out. But I love that. That center block is my absolute favourite. And I'm stitching that all in DMC, and it's 1/2 on 40 count. Hocus Pocus. Okay. The next 3 projects I actually started for Mania this year. I did have 4, but I finished the first one. I started a project each week. I called it Animania because they're all animal themed ones that I've wanted to start from my collection, but just never did. So I did it for Mania. So the first project I finished, it was a Bothy Threads kit called He's a Fun Guy, and it's a little mouse on top of a toadstool. And so this year I get to replace that one for a new start, which means finishing something so that I have a spot for him. I could have left a spot, but where's the fun in that? So the next 3 yeah, are Mania ones that will definitely be worked on in May for their respective week until I finish them. But I have pulled out 1 or 2 of them since Mania. This one especially. It is called Ocean Giants. And I swapped out the kit Ada for a 28 count Picture This Plus linen called Arctic. It is mostly full coverage apart from the sky, so I just wanted that little bit mottling at the top. And I'm pretty sure it's DMC threads. And so I haven't done any of the back stitch on those whales yet, but yeah, I love this one. The next one I don't think I have pulled out since Mania, and it is called Heavy Going Grizzly. It's a Janlynn kit, and I swapped out again the Ada. I think it had a needle mark from the kit. It's a really old kit. I swapped it out for a 32 count white even weave, And that's where I got to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't worked on this one since Mayhew. But that's that one. It's so little. It fits on an 1/8, so it shouldn't take that long to finish. Okay, the next one I definitely didn't work on since Mania. I didn't even work on it that much during Mania because I ended up with sinus infection that week and it was just slow going. And that is Owl, or I call it Owl. It's a Russian kit and I'm stitching this on the kit fabric. There's a lot of dark colours on dark. This is a 16 count black Ada and I'm using the kit Flosstube. Yeah, and it's huge. Let me see. That big. It's going to look really cool when it's done, but yeah, there's just something about this one that's lots of dark colours on dark fabric, but it's going to look really, really good once it's done. So I'm looking forward to working on it again. I see. The next one is Old Lang Syne. It's Hello from Liz Matthews. And I have Old. And this is on 4 to 6 count antique white linen. And I'm using Silken Colours Blue Seas. And I'm stitching this 1/2. Maybe it won't be so see-through if I... There. It's got variegation of, it's like a bright blue, royal blue, and like a navy. I thought it was kind of like the Scottish flag colours. That's kind of the blue on the white. That's why I picked that one. I think that one will be quite a quick finish. I did Old in one sitting, so, and I didn't stitch on that, I think it was one day, so I think that would be quite a quick finish. The next project is called Furry Friends. It's a Margaret Sherry chart. And here is where I am. And this is from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. I just ripped it out. I had a subscription at one point. But that's where I am. And I think this is just a 32 count even weave, and I'm stitching this in DMC. A lot of her charts are in Anchor, but yeah, this one in the magazine was charted in DMC. The next one I've only worked on for one day, and it is Mushrooms. This is a kit by Merejka. That's all I have. A little bit of that mushroom in the middle. This one I'm using the kit fabric, which is 16 count Ada and just kit floss. But I want to stitch this one for my husband. Him and his family, they used to go wild mushroom picking to make dumplings and stuff like that. So I thought it was a cool one to have. So I really should work on it more. See, this is why some of these projects are in here. They haven't been touched since the day that they were started. So it's time for them to get worked on. The next one is called Alice Meets the Caterpillar. It is by Gara, and I got the PDF from Creative Poppy. This is where I am. This is on, I think it's a 32, it's definitely Witch Out. I think it's a 32 count and called Dirty Linen. I bought it for something else and the colour was nothing like what I expected it. And I really don't like working on Witch Out linen. It doesn't feel very nice. But this one shouldn't take too long to finish either. And this is DMC, just 2/2. But it's lovely bright colours. The colours show up perfect on the linen. I just don't like stitching on it. That's probably why that one lies around too. Okay, the next one is the only mirror in my pile or lineup so far. I was trying to keep it to one sort of fancy lady at a time. And first up I picked Raven Queen. And here is where I am. And this is on 28 count Joblin in the colour Bridget by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And I'm just stitching it as charted with the water lilies and the DMC. I'm probably going to change out the braid that's in her hair for some petite treasure braid. I just bought some recently in gold colour, but I'll work that out when I get to it. I have more mirrors as WIPs, just, yeah, keep it as one fancy lady at a time. Okay, next one is Sampler aux Fleurs by Jardin Privé. And again, I think I've only worked on this one the day that I started. This is 36 count antique white linen. And I'm stitching this 2/2 using DMC 931. This next project I will be picking up in January because it was my second WIP Go project called for the month. And it's another Lindy Stitches called Stars Bright. And here is where I am. There we go. This is 32 count even weave in the colour April Showers from Be Stitch Me. And I'm going to be working on this one for about 22 hours in January. I'm stitching this using over-dyed stash floss. Similar to the charted colours, but just a little bit brighter. And I'm hoping I can finish up the border of all those like granny squares, because I need to pull the colours for the birds still. But hopefully I can get to the birds this month and make a good dent in that centre part. Another one that I've barely worked on, and I'm not actually sure which way up it goes, I think it's this way, is Bear in the Birches. It's a Charley Harper chart. And I've just got one tree trunk. I'm pretty sure it goes this way. Might go that way, but I think it's this way. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count white even weave. And it's just in DMC 2/2. I think it's only about 5 colours, but nice big block stitching. So hopefully for some challenges this year, it'll be a good one to pull out and just fill in, fill in, fill in. The next one is another sampler. It is Sans Susie by Long Dog Samplers. And I worked on this one in December and finished out that second page. And this is on a 32 count Opal Lugana from Be Stitch Me, and I'm pretty sure it's called Sea Glass. I'm stitching this in DMC 3812. And this is 9 pages total, and this is 2 pages complete. The next one, again, I haven't worked on since the day that I started it. It is called Scarlet Macaw. It is by Jayne Netley Mayhew, and it is in her book Cross Stitch Jungle. And that's all I have. Part of his beak. I kind of think it looks like a parrot selfie. Like when you open your phone and the camera's facing towards you instead of away. Like, that's kind of, I think this one is like a parrot selfie. But that's all I've got done. Her charts are in colour, so they're a little bit difficult to work with, I think. But yeah, it's not too big. It fits on an 8, so I should really just get them done. And that's on a 32 count, just light blue Lugana. The next one is Hope Sampler by Moira Blackburn. I'll put the photo in here. And I haven't done much on this one either. And this is on 40 count Whimsical Winter by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I'm stitching this in the charted DMC. I think I swapped the lettering and the border out for Gloriana that I got at the time. I think it's Sumatra. But the rest is DMC. This next one was a recent start too, and I didn't do very much. I feel like I'm saying that quite a lot, but this year will change all that. It is Quaker Turtles by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I bought this one as a PDF. And I'm stitching this in the overdyed thread pack from Owl Forest Embroidery too. And that's about halfway across the border at the top. It'll fill this little 1/8 of fabric. The colours are really nice. I really like the overdyed thread pack for this chart. but you could probably, realistically, you could probably use some over dyes from your stash. But yeah, like I said, the chart is available as a PDF from Alfor's Embroidery. And we're on the last one. The last one is "The Line is the Trick in the Treat" from Prairie Moon. And here is where I am. I'm about a third done. This is on 32 count linen called "Blew Me Away" from Birches. I'm stitching this in DMC 310 2/2. And I think I'm going to work on this one in January. No New Starts has a Chinese zodiac yearly stitch long, and the first one's Year of the Rat. So I'm saying that's a little rat at the bottom, so I'm probably going to use that for this challenge. So you will see that one in January. And that's my first 32, my first 22 projects for the year, or what I'm starting off with. I'm not sure, I haven't planned it out. If I finish something, what's going to take its place. I think it'll just be what I feel like at the time. Do I feel like working on a WIP? Do I feel like working on a new start? Maybe something's came out. That's why I like the flexibility of this challenge, is that it's not just limited to your WIPs and things that you've already put in your album. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, if you like some of these projects and you want to see me make progress on them, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate that. I really appreciate you taking some time to watch, and I hope you and your family are having a nice holiday, or you're not having too bad a time at work. As someone who's worked Christmas and New Year's over the years, I know it could be a busy time for some people and not as relaxing, so I hope you find some time to stitch and have some time for yourself. I hope all of you have a happy and safe new year, and I will see you in January. Bye!